The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Fickle the Bard, Burnham the Monk, and Methuselah the Magic User begin their quest in chains, but end up in the middle of a conflict they don't truly understand. Malevolent magical forces are at work in the town of Dulasar, with defiant Dragonborn, guarded Gnolls, and cunning Kobolds fighting for supremacy. Will our three heroes be able to escape and discover why their life seems to be draining away? Especially as their own demons seem to be getting in the way of their progress. Sometimes literally.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 24 of season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Thank you to all those people who came and saw us at Dragonmeet last week. That was amazing. It was a great day. I'm sorry we didn't get to leave our booth more. We were locked in a back room by the Rollies podcast and forced to record as many episodes of the podcast as we could. It was brilliant fun, but a long day, and we'll be releasing those probably over the Christmas period. As always, we have Facebook and Twitter and our website, formalgamer.com. And if you have any comments or just things you want to say about the show, please contact us on any of those and just let us know what you're thinking. It's always lovely to hear from you. But more importantly than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast.
Hello! We beat the kobolds up, but then we came to a crashing halt in confusion.
We killed 3 out of the 6 moon cracks, so that's pretty good stuff.
But one of the moon cracks who was up the thing didn't have a necklace on. And I don't think we ever really thought. I've been thinking about that quite a lot.
Did you actually confirm that it was in fact a mooncrack that fell?
Yes,
it was a meat exploding back.
Because he had the sight of all of them.
I had the sight of the moon cracks.
So you can see through their eyes.
So you definitely know it was
yes, he was one of them.
When he could see through their eyes, he suddenly felt one was dropping.
Oh, right.
Do we think that's our escape route?
It must be. If we can't run out apart from an army that wants to eat.
Yeah,
people.
but the army might also be at the top, and that's why he fell through.
This can go all the way. No,
he
we
fell
made
through
him fall.
because we got the crystal out of the thingy.
So the crystal,
right.
the second, unless it was a coincidence, we moved the crystal, the light beam turned off, and he started falling.
All right.
So it looks like if we put the crystal back, the light beam may start again,
and
we can leave.
Go up at the top.
Solution.
Maybe.
I wonder if those pear tree seeds would have grown. The ones that you planted outside the temple.
What, like a day ago?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Very optimistic.
Who knows?
It's probably the thing to be thinking about at the moment.
Of course it is.
Yes. Not my revelation that I am not actually a wizard.
The revelation.
Not all these scrolls detailing these amazing mechanisms. Not Crack or whatever he's called. Crack monster over here who's always dying and come back
4 times before we start.
I know, it's a character choice, that's why. Not a rook. Not Burnham, who's stolen all of our crystals and the children to go to the monastery. Yes. I wonder if the pear tree has fucking grown.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about that. Tully, where are the children?
Oh, well, you see,
He's fucked it! He's lost them all! To the kobolds, probably.
I think I'll have to ask Eric, because actually, I don't know.
Oh, you had such...
I was running interference.
Okay. Burnham casts a glance at Aaron and goes, Mr. Eric, what happened to all the children?
Don't worry, they're safe. Let's concentrate on getting out.
Are you lying? Can I just roll an insight to see if he's lying
Wait
to
a
me?
minute, that's not lying.
Obviously, a double bluff.
He doesn't think it's lying, no.
That's all that matters.
There is some drowned children somewhere.
I don't know what's happening here.
So Fickle takes advantage of the confusion to have a quiet conversation with her husband, Methuselah, and she says...
Husband.
My wife. What's going on with
What do you call him? What do
you?
What do you want?
What?
You pulled me aside. What do you want?
Well, firstly, I wanted to straighten your hat, which is looking very lovely.
I've forgotten if I'm wearing a hat in all the confusion. I cast my hat aside in rebellion to Nea, and I throw down my hat if I'm wearing one.
I pick it up because
special
I
hat.
made it, and it was a +1 magic hat.
Oh yeah, it was.
And I say, Sita, can you look after this for Daddy? He's a bit cross.
Yes, I am furious.
And then I say, so what does this mean if you have turned aside from this trickster god, who sounds pretty powerful?
Oh yes, he is.
What will happen to your abilities?
He's
now?
almost certainly going to kill me and anybody connected to me, probably. Like my wife or my adopted child.
Should we just run away?
No, he'll find you and kill you. We're all dead, probably.
Oh.
I feel like because
Do you want a divorce? It's probably for the best.
Oh.
It's tricky because if you divorce, Burnham's going to kick you, and if you're married to me, Nae's going to burn you in hell.
it is of my opinion that because I worship an elven god,
Yes?
that I do not fear revenge from other gods because as a race we have always been protected by her. But you are my friend and you have helped.
Oh, well, I'm your husband.
That we did that thing, didn't we?
Yes.
So I feel like I'm going to stick by you and try and help you through this transition in time. Put your hat back on, and I put it back and I tighten the chin strap.
There was no chin strap. That was specified.
Yeah, sorry. And
Climb on
I
your
put it
horse.
back up to full height, and I say, you do not have to worry about being defined by a god. You just be you. And I give you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you. Can I eat it?
No, you add a d6 to one of your rolls.
Oh, okay.
And I say, you are very powerful and wise wizard in your heart. Look at these plans and see if maybe the DM missed telling us of any instruction that would tell us how to destroy the temple and the crystal. Because Fickle's not as clever as Methuselah.
You might actually be as clever as Methuselah. If I'm going to lay my cards on the table, you might be as clever as Methuselah.
So,
Possibly more.
at the end of last episode, you went through the paperwork that was in this chest.
Yeah.
You went through the sort of trials and tribulations that Moongrak had gone through to test out how to gain more power, how to store the power into crystals, how to steal it. You worked out that the whirlwind that happened, the magical whirlwind that happened at the beginning in Dulasar, was evidently stealing everyone's life force, putting it into the crystal, and they have been seeping out that power to both himself and his followers, the people in the temple, in the ceremonies that you saw, that being the opposite of the whirlwind thing. I mean, he hadn't written down how you destroy the crystals. That's not something that he had written down. It's not something that he tried to do. Looking at it, you could make some insight into.
Could I use like an arcana or a history, maybe?
You could use Arcana.
20 plus 3.
Arcana-wise, you think if you somehow manage to destroy the crystal, it would release all of the energy inside it.
What about being in the beam?
Hang on. You think that would release all the energy that is inside it in one go. Whether or not that would be healthy is unknown, debatable.
The fact it was brought up suggests it might be something worth considering.
Well, because you've got a 20, I'm going to give you that. You think there might be some repercussions to that. There are several crystals as well. You don't know whether whether the life force in those crystals is specific to you, and whether they're held in different crystals, or whether it is just you need some life force back. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we conceive of any way of how we destroy them? Bearing in mind kicking and swords don't do anything.
Well, that's not true.
They got brighter and hotter as we did it, so maybe they reached some sort of critical mass and
Maybe
then
they
blow up.
explodey.
But if we exploded them, we are stuck down here to die by Gnoll hands.
But we might explode in a glorious life burst.
The formal gamer is not very much of rainbows and suddenly it all comes to rescue. It's more likely that we get a life force back and then get killed by gnolls.
Do you think if you break the crystal, does it give the life force back to the person it stole the life force from, or just give it to general?
Their followers, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So if he was giving it to his followers, it sounds like you can sort of award life force.
I mean, maybe if we could replicate the ceremony that he was doing.
Would it be like the Michael Jackson video where he said, "What about elephants?"
Songs.
And then it's all gone to shit, and then Michael does the dance, and everything comes back to life. Could be like that.
You very much think like a bard.
Also, when he was going up in the light, there was a song, "The Show Must Go On."
There was a song. Someone sang a song, certainly. I think we should try making the beam of light and going in it and seeing what it does.
You really want to go up that beam?
I
I
think
think
we
that's
should.
our way out.
Yes, I think we
I
should
think
send
we
Tally
have
up there.
limited choices now, so
Yeah,
we should
because
probably maybe do that.
we go forward, we're going to run into the Gnolls versus Kobolds war. So I think going all the way up to the very top of the temple is maybe the sense.
I agree on this, but there's something I want to go back on and check. Rook, who was it who beat you up so badly?
It was the Gnolls.
It wasn't the Kobolds.
No.
Did you see any Kobolds?
Well, I may have been attacked by both.
While he was running interference.
I kind of got in the middle as they both decided that they didn't like each other. Let's just say it's very, very lucky that I'm alive.
Oh, Tully.
So, Rook, not that I care very much about them, but I feel I should ask, where are these children that are in danger?
Don't worry, they're beyond the battle now.
Okay. Tully, are they beyond the battle? You don't know,
I
Tully.
genuinely don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you should find
Can I
head
do-
Methuselah.
Arik, I would like to do an Arcana check to see if I learn any more information
About
the crystal.
Yes, you are a wizard.
being a
We're asking your
wizard,
opinion.
being a wizard, that might help.
Being specific in terms of like controlling it once.
Good
you
luck beating
open
23.
it.
You must have higher, can't they?
9 plus 4, 13.
13. As a wizard, you think that there may be a way for you, because you are a traditional wizard. You have spell books. You've learned that sort of thing. There may be a way for you to tap into the energy within the crystal and almost turn it on or turn it off, if that makes sense. So you were hitting the crystal and it was having an effect. It was almost stirring up the energy inside it. And as Burnham referenced, it was almost like it was reaching a critical mass and would release all the energy. You think perhaps if you were to concentrate in the right setting, you might be able to put a tap on the energy coming out of it, maybe.
Okay, so I could control it coming out. Okay. Good to know.
Well, maybe we should try that then.
The thing
How
is,
should we
how
do
to
it?
get the crystal out? If the only way out is the tractor beam, the crystal is on the altar, wasn't it? That activated the tractor beam. Now we have two mini crystals. Does he feel that?
No, they're the same
No, the same
crystal.
size. I think they're all the same.
but they didn't.
Are they all? They essentially look the same. So I think they just happen to be using this one crystal. They could have used
maybe
any of
that
them.
was the guy who was up there.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's his crystal. Yeah,
He
and
left
it's
it
just
at the
different
bottom.
because it was activated.
Okay,
Right.
that's interesting.
So we can use his crystal to get us out of here,
Yes.
and then we've got two to give us our life force back, and then we'll leave the Gnolls and the Mooncracks to work out what they want to do with this one.
This might be ours though. This could be our life force in this one. We don't know.
Why don't you hold it to your heart and see if it matches
It's
your
really
heartbeat?
hot.
Yeah, it's very hot.
No, it's not hot at the moment.
Yeah, this one is. The
Which
one
one?
that he's worried about is...
Arik tends to... Forgotten your name. Burnham.
Oh, Danny. Oh. We've been friends for a while.
Burnham, give me the crystal so I can see if I can work out how it works.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's only one great powerful wizard here, and his name is Methuselah.
Okay. I walk over to Tully and start inspecting his
what?
crystal.
If Methuselah says it's alright, I'll let you have it, but I only
I
trust
think
Methuselah.
maybe we could double team it, couldn't we? Put our two heads together.
Do you trust
Okay.
this man, Methuselah?
Well, I think he came with good
Are you
intentions.
having this conversation in front of me?
Oh yeah, Bernard's got no tact.
I'm just worrying about your RSI. Stop playing with your beard.
I can't stop.
Okay, continue.
But thanks for pointing out, because actually then I end up holding my hands to stop for a bit.
Yeah, that's good.
Interesting for the listeners. Yes, Robin is the only person to give himself an injury because he plays with his beard too much. Not even a podcast joke, just a real thing.
So let's look at these wizard gems together.
Okay, so
Yes,
me
let's
and
have a look.
Tully, unwrap the burning hot one and sort of hold it on the sheet in front of you.
So I'm going to do another.
It's made the cloth around it black with sort of slow burn. You know when you leave an iron on a piece of clothing?
Yes.
I'm going to try and pick that up with my shillelagh staff with the vines. The vines are wrapped around the staff. I'm going to try and get them to envelop and pick it up.
Thorn whip.
Right. Okay. Can you do that? Or like a...
Yeah, I've got Thorn Whip. I control literally.
Oh, so you're thorn whipping it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, but rather than just whipping it, it's just going to wrap around it so I
Okay.
can pick it up and inspect it closer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say that you do that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and use my Arcana. Can I try and get a sense of whose essence is in this crystal?
Roll it.
This is going to be a good one. I feel really good about this. Oh, 18.
Multiple people. Multiple
Does
beings.
some of the life essence feel like it's annoying and singy? Does some of it feel like it's psychopathic and violent? Does some of it feel like it's a liar?
What was that, Feckle?
That all seems to describe
This
one
guy.
character. I don't think any of those describe me.
And singy. Fickle writes that down.
And he said you're psychopathic and violent.
Well,
And a liar, I assume, because it wasn't about Burnham.
he probably has seen me raging.
Yes.
You can't tell. It doesn't seem.
There's no way to know who. It doesn't seem like there's a way to know whose life essence are in these crystals. I don't think we should leave one behind.
Okay. It's going to be very difficult to get out with
It
them.
is. Mate, can we tie a rope to it and it elevates us up?
That's what I was thinking.
And
might
then
be
we
the
pull
best
it with
solution.
us.
Yes.
How much rope do we have, guys? Lay it all out! Kronk!
With I'll specify it. With the 18, it doesn't seem like you can tell that there's lots of different life force in there, but it doesn't seem to be personified.
So
There's
it
no way
doesn't
to
have an
tell.
if it doesn't have an individual life force, I think maybe we can use the life force in the other ones. I think what the DM's saying is, it's not. We don't need our life force. We just need life force.
Is that a correct interpretation of...
He said it's not personified.
What you can sense in it, it doesn't seem to be personified anymore.
So it doesn't have an identity.
No.
It's just life force. Lots of different life forces.
But I feel like you've said before that our life forces might be in individual crystals.
But he's saying you wouldn't know, but you're not able to differentiate.
So, okay,
Yes?
that's...
So that's not
So
necessarily.
if
saying that it's
we
not-
agree that if we leave this crystal here, we could be leaving our life force here.
well, potentially.
We don't know if our life force is in this crystal.
I think when we smash the crystal, it's going to undo the whole enchantment and everything's going to be all right.
But
I think you're really underestimating
some-
the DM.
some quite
I
big
think we'll all
leaps.
die.
But he's infinitely unestimatable.
Yeah.
Aruk would like to try and see if he can use magic to take out or open it somehow.
The crystal.
Yeah.
Untap the life force.
I wonder if we should do that when we have more time and there's not an army coming.
Well, I've already begun.
Okay, cool. I'm going to wrap it back in the towel.
No, it's fine. Let him go.
Okay, I'll let him
we'll
go.
let him go for a little bit. Well, I'll tell
worried
you
about
what.
his army.
While he's looking at one,
Not
we'll
great.
set
4
the
plus
other.
4, 9.
You feel like you might need the assistance of other magic users to do it. You don't think this is something that could
I,
happen on your own.
Okay.
I go and hold hands with him and say, "You can use some of my magic, and if Sita holds my ears, and Methuselah holds your other hand, maybe that would help."
Okay.
So you think back to the ceremony that you have witnessed.
Moon grab.
There appeared to be different aspects to it. So there was a vocal aspect, there was a concentration aspect, and there was the physical aspect.
So during the ceremony, were they holding hands?
No, Fickle just wanted to hold hands.
Yes.
I like to do that.
No, I meant the Moongracks.
No, I think they were together.
No, they were all kneeling. So you saw them all kneeling down with their hands. There was.
Why don't we all just do what we remember them doing and see what... So I get Sita out and put her next to me. Then there's 4 of us kneeling down around the crystal. And I start going, Moongrack.
No, don't do that. Go,
Methu-
Rook, whoop.
Rook,
whoop. Rook, whoop. Rook, whoop. Sound of the police.
I'm holding it
Sound of the
still.
police. Sound of the police.
Tully!
The magic
Whoop.
Okay.
Tully, sing along. Whoop.
I'm burning. We don't join in with magic.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna.
I'm
try
really
and
sorry,
use the
listeners.
magic
That would have been a
again.
glorious...
Okay, yeah.
Concentrate.
For the same idea, same principle. 18 plus 4, 22 times 5.
And where are you holding the crystal?
Just on the sheet still in front of them.
Okay. The crystal starts to get brighter and brighter.
It's
Like
working.
to the point where you can't look at it anymore.
Don't look.
It's that bright.
It's too bright.
And
It's like the eclipse.
can I
think if we all-
sense what I'm doing, or do I have an idea of what I'm doing?
So
Or am I just...
what are you trying to do first?
So, I'm trying to either take out the life energy and so I can potentially use it, or I'm trying to open it.
Well, which?
The first one.
So you're trying to...
I'm trying to see if I can use that energy with like the other guys.
You're opening the tap, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Okay. I want to try and use it and see what I can do with it.
The life... okay. When you say you want to try and use it, what do you mean by that?
Give us our life force back.
Yeah, sure, let's try that. I want to
Oh, yeah, I thought that was implied. Like, you've got your life force.
I want to attempt to imbue that life force in one of these guys.
All of us.
Okay,
Into
try
your
it.
friends.
If I end up killing one of you, you're probably quite happy that I didn't do it to all of you.
Try, roll it.
Who are you doing it to?
I'm going to do it to Methuselah.
Do it to Tully first, actually.
Has Tully?
Yeah,
Was
he's
Tully
lost
a
his
part
life
of the
force
He-
as well.
yeah,
Okay, I'll try to Tully then.
He's your best friend. Oh,
thank you.
13 plus 4.
You don't seem to be able to control it just seems to be seeping out everywhere like a ray of sun.
Okay. So has there been any effect on Tully, or it just
Maybe
hasn't
we
done
need to put it on the altar. Did they have it on the
maybe.
altar when they did it?
Yeah, so it was funneled upwards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go out and put it on the
Because
pedestal.
there was all that bit where it was focused.
We tumble out of the room like schoolgirls who've discovered they've got A's in all their exams and run to the
They've
pedestal.
got what in their exam?
Yeah, I was confused.
A's.
I genuinely said
A-level.
A's. And I was like, what?
Wow, this is some
What
weird...
exam was that?
Well, I didn't think we could plunder any depths any deeper, but we've done it.
Last
So
week we went to Browntown quite a lot.
we run out of and we run through the corridor and quickly throw the crystal on the pedestal and start saying the chant again.
Rook, woof.
What are you guys thinking of when you're saying that? What's you're shouting Eric.
I'm imagining, like in Earth Song, all the damage, all the the dead draconians in the village,
They're gone.
and us like every morning when we woke up with 1 hit point down, like all coming back to life, and just thinking about good green earth, lovely leafy things.
And what's Methuselah
And
thinking?
I'm thinking about Lady, what's her name?
Lady Gale?
Yes.
In what way are you thinking of
I'm
her?
trying to invoke her through a mental mind link. Like in...
You can do that?
No, I
How
can't.
you
No,
have?
I can't. But if I'm role playing it,
Yeah?
that's probably what I'm visualizing.
Yeah? Are you like singing to her, or are you what?
Yeah, I'm singing to the song to join us with the universe and to implore the life force to do what is natural and not be trapped in this crystal, but to supply the nutrients and the circle of life and let that continue.
I'm focusing on giving my archaic energy to Aruk, who's supposed to be channeling this. So focusing on him.
Okay.
Me and Tully are over by the door just in case.
And I'll try to use it again.
Yep. So it's on the pedestal.
Yes, 5.
The light
Plus
gets
4.
the room becomes darker around the edges, and it now is just a beam of light shooting upwards towards the very top of the temple and up this sort of well-like feature. Very much akin to how it was when you first came in.
What colour is it? The same colour it was?
Blue.
Tully, get inside it and see what happens.
We're here protecting the door. Off you go. I'm
very injured as well.
Oh,
Fickle
yes.
and Sita go in it.
Yeah, put Sita in it.
No, I'm putting it by myself. Sita and Fickle climb into it.
Okay, what happens?
You
Don't we have
climb
like
into...
a dead body around? We could kind of
No,
try.
we've used it to waste the door close.
Bring a dead body in the life.
Yeah, might bring it back to
crystal.
life.
Yeah.
Look about half a dead body in it, yes.
Just a hand.
See what happens.
We climb up Methuselah, who gives us his knee, and then we go in the light force.
I take my knee back.
And you start to raise up on the beam of light.
And do I feel like I can...
show must go on.
Yes! The show must go on! Sing along! Tully, listen to this!
Burnham is burning his eyes and Tully goes, don't, you've not got many hit points left.
I am far too injured and far too
And then-
tired to sing such songs.
And it's against our faith.
And it's against our faith.
Does Fickle feel like she can channel it? Like,
Faith is the only reason I'm here right now.
Exactly.
Isn't that a bad thing?
No, because otherwise I would be dead.
Oh, but otherwise you would be here.
Well, yeah, that too.
Shut up.
Sorry, Fickle, what was that?
well, I was just wondering, now I'm in the actual ray of light. Does it feel like I can focus the life energies, or am I feeling any life energy flowing through me, or am I just feeling a levitation effect?
You are feeling levitation, and as you are ascending up towards the upper bit of the temple, you are feeling an increase in your health. You're feeling like hit points are returning.
I try and focus
Both.
on...
Sorry, go on.
No, you first.
You feel almost like, because you are injured, you've taken damage, haven't you, from
Yeah.
the battles there. So you feel like the hit points that you've lost there are returning.
Yeah.
But also on a different level, you feel like the hit points that you have been losing every day, you feel like you are going some way to have those being returned to you.
But do I feel like I have any energies? Like, so if I think about my companions that have lost their life energy really hard, and I kind of put my hands like towards them and point at them.
You're starting to lose sight of them as you're going up this tunnel now.
Can they feel
But no,
anything?
you don't feel like you're able to like laser like heal them.
I shout down, get into the ray!
I'm going for it!
Jump in the ray! Come on,
I am heavy!
I
hope there's not a
send
way for
Tully
me
to the
to-
ray and I go, I will
No,
defend the
come
door
to.
first. No, because if the crystal gets moved by anyone who comes down there, you're all going to fall to your deaths.
She's
So-
only just realised
So,
this.
Burnham will wait.
It's alright, I've got Featherfall, which is instant bonus action. So
Okay, you go
Maybe
below
you
me
should-
then.
So sorry.
if
So
I
Arix-
cast Featherfall, it hits a few people.
Okay,
So
right.
up to 6 people.
Okay, I'm getting in the
Well, that's it.
I'm getting in the
Oh, then I'm
lights.
going to run over and get in. I didn't know this. I was willing to give my life to protect the crystal, but fuck this. We can all survive the fall.
So what are you all like hugging together and going up as like a I don't know, a
Yeah,
cucumber
we
in a
all
drain
sing it
pipe?
together. Show must go on, but like loads of different harmonies.
So cucumber in a drain pipe, you are like going up. Like
That's my nickname at school.
I don't know where
What is that image about?
It's a very specifically weird image.
Why is he taking his trousers off? Weird.
so
Oh,
so what you're all
that
you're all
He's giving
like
us an example.
okay,
More
so
like a pickle.
Fickle, you've already started to rise. As you shout up, the others go to jump in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, let's go for it.
And you all
Hey, as long as she shouts, I've got Featherfall, don't worry about the crystal getting knocked out of the way. Because that was like 95% of my concern.
you
But you best know that I was doing the valiant thing there. I was waiting.
you were going there and you feel like hit points are returning to you. You feel like key points are returning to you. You feel like spell
spell
slots
slots?
are returning to you.
Arik, are you in this?
Oh yeah, I'm in.
Good.
I mean, Eric's like, I don't have any life force lost, I'm just enjoying all this free healing.
Maybe I'm getting even more.
It's the second.
He was pretty injured.
Yeah, no, but I meant his overall, like, max hit points.
You don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Is
thing.
the second arrow falling out of him?
Oh yeah, it's popped out. Yeah, no,
What
genuinely.
about the one in Tully?
As you're going up, he's going up, the wounds are healing. The arrow is
My face
like,
coming back
popped out.
together.
What was wrong with your face?
You got stabbed in the face.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, you did. Yes, it is.
Is my beard straightening?
Was it unkempt and
No, it was
askew?
fine. Before.
Oh right. It's getting longer. Your beard is getting longer.
I feel I am now a true wizard.
In fact,
Damn
yes,
you,
your
man.
beard is getting longer, and
Is my hat getting bigger?
Fickle, your hair is you feel your hair getting longer and more vibrant
How
and
long
luscious.
is my fringe?
It's a emo.
But Burnham, you. So how do you
full head
keep
of hair.
the the bald aspect of your head clear? Do you have to shave it, or how does it work?
I mean, we
naturally?
apply a paste in our early days as a monk to kill the follicles.
Oh, really? It's that
It
extreme?
burns them. It's actually, this is all scar tissue.
Really?
He's cut that one off before it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, scar tissue would surely be healed.
Ooh.
Well, give him hair.
Give him hair. Give him hair. Give him hair. Give him hair. Give him hair.
doesn't heal, so you can
It's magic. No, it's magic.
magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened, DM?
What happened? Does my scar tissue heal?
Sometimes I wish we had like a link into the listeners, because I would love to have like a vote right now.
Oh yeah, we can.
I know what they would vote.
They would vote with Burnham. Valiant, brave Burnham.
So, Arak, are you bald as well?
I am.
Uh,
But who
bald-
knows now?
Does it reverse male pattern baldness?
Am I no longer impotent? I'm getting a boner for the first time in ages. Life, come here.
I'm like, float higher.
I mean, I don't think that's
That's what
what.
I'm doing. Whoa,
So you're rising up, Burnham.
Well, I've heard.
You feel, Burnham, you feel your fringe getting longer, and you're like, oh wow, is having a longer fringe a good thing? Or like,
It's just a little bit confusing.
yeah.
Oh no, that's confusing.
You'd-
Tally, your fringe is getting longer.
And you also feel the prickliness of new hair follicles coming out.
I'm going to have to reburn my scalp over again. That was months of torturous agony.
We both are.
Oh, it's yours as well. What a nightmare, Tally.
What colour hair do they have?
Just light brown.
Yeah, it's like baby hair. Like, it's not because
that's
your hair is growing, but obviously for someone that's bald, it's a lot more noticeable. But there is less to grow. So you reckon it's grown about maybe 0.5 centimetre?
Oh,
So it's
Maybe
not.
this is your chance to leave the order.
why?
Right.
Because it seems awful, doesn't it?
What
bit of it seems awful to you?
What adventure were you watching? The one where we got to kick everyone to death and we were the badasses of the group?
That's quite horrific, murdering all those people.
We saved a load of pears. We had 2 pear funerals.
But none of it makes any sense.
My hands are literally weapons.
Tally and Burnham are looking at each other so like, this guy, what's he on about?
Look, I've shed the oppressive god that sat over me, and I feel much better for it.
Yeah, that god seemed awful. Have you seen how awesome pears are?
They're just fruit.
What?
And we're in this light beam arguing as we're going
I'm
up.
trying to swim upwards. One leg getting ready to kick.
I'm like battering him down, like poking him away with my...
Fickle.
I thought that we float past the floor where they're Gnolls and the...
Oh, that hasn't happened yet. Wait. You haven't quite got there yet.
Like Fickle and Sita are just like thinking all these loving thoughts, like love, nature, unity, and they're like bloody poking.
Pokey. Yeah, Fickle, you are about a metre above them because you got in the light stream a bit earlier than them. You are the first person whose head comes out into the central chamber of the temple. And you see fighting. There are gnolls fighting kobolds in here. It is a complete mess. Arrows going everywhere. And roll me a perception. Please.
I have got an idea. 13.
13. You just see kobolds and
I
gnolls
do love
fighting.
you to
Really?
get a higher roll, maybe.
How many
What do you
times
think?
If you 3, lucky is 3.
Save it for when you're about to die.
Yeah.
It's just a perception.
A perception, yeah.
If any of them notice me, which I doubt they will, if they're fighting.
The kobolds appear to be on the inner ring, and the gnolls appear to be coming through the doors.
Yeah, so I If they notice me, I'll have an action readied.
They don't appear at this moment in time to be looking directly at you.
I use message to Methuselah. You're about to come up through 2 fighting tribes.
When 2 tribes go to war.
Keep quiet. And
Is that how you sing it? Though?
Why are you saying keep quiet to me? I wasn't doing anything.
no, because you're
Fighting with
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm in a little scuffle with him. Yes.
Yeah, so I just warned him via message because he's the one next underneath, isn't he? So
Well, I had them all together. Like,
okay, so I warned.
me and Tally would have gone up last.
Yeah.
So I warned Methuselah. When you come up, that's where all the enemies are. Like, be quiet. They haven't noticed me floating up. Yeah.
okay.
But if they do notice me, I'm going to try and trick them by doing a performance.
The show.
So as you're going up, so you are looking at ground level at the moment, so you can see the fighting going on there. They appear distracted. As you look up and as you are raised up within to about the 1.5 story level within the temple, you can see that palisade that was round the inner bit, and you can see kobolds firing arrows and throwing things down towards the ground level, the gnolls on there. You can also see a couple of them are holding on to ropes while they're standing on the side.
Are the ropes
We never
attached?
deactivated the trapdoor at the very top.
Are the ropes attached to the trapdoor?
They appear to be ropes attached to trapdoor, but
Is
also
the trapdoor open?
the trapdoor at the moment appears to be open. Yes.
Okay, so just keep quiet and try and keep going.
This is the sneaky. They just slowly float up through the middle of the wall. Like, all right.
I pray harder.
Pray harder.
Yeah.
Can't wait a minute. If you try and come back down, so if we all bunch together, can't we get in that bloody hut and just float out of here?
I mean, that is a fascinating prospect.
It's this hut that she has.
I cast a blue light coloured Liam's tiny hut.
That's
In
hilarious.
an orb around you.
Yeah.
But you got to hold on to the wall or something. We got to get together so we can all get in it.
I like float Ray for a while, like treading water.
Yeah.
I guess we can sort of push against.
Yeah.
You know in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where Grandpa and Charlie go in the bubble burst
Yeah, definitely.
thing?
Blowing outwards.
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
Yeah, no, it's the bit where Matilda gets done by the squirrels.
Okay.
Yeah, that bit.
Veruca Salt by the
Yeah,
Golden Goose.
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh, squirrels.
So you are raising up. You can. So you are trying to tread water. It works.
Yeah.
Weirdly, like whether it's your actual hand movement doing it or whether it's your concentration doing it, you're not sure. You are then grouped up as a whole. Is this a whole group decision? Yeah, you're going to get in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trusting Methuselah. He's the most powerful wizard I've ever met.
Yeah, so Rook, come in our hut.
So
It's lovely in there.
how does the hut is gonna?
I mean, we're in the middle of action here. Do you want us to look up and talk about theory, or should we just write a great story together?
Oh, this is good. Manipulate.
But I'm just trying to work out whether is it so it's a translucent orb, is it, or what is it like?
It's a colour, so she's trying to make it the same colour as the beam of light.
And you're trying to make it opaque, are you?
It's always opaque.
All right, okay. Yeah, so there is this big bubble. You can hear kobolds yipping and like. Does it stop attacks and things? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear some yipping and you see like a couple loose off like arrows. You see some throw rocks. There's some potions like bounce off it. And as this this ball is raising up in the air with you 5, 6, 3, 4,
5.
5 of you in it.
Oh, 6. The
Six.
Sita.
The Sita.
Yeah, 6 seater. This is amazing. What was that?
Nothing.
I think something from Jim Henson's puppets.
And you hear them shouting to each other. Methuselah, I can't imagine this needs to be kept secret, but you can hear them shouting to each other, "Quick, close the roof! I don't know what they're doing. What is it? I've never seen this. Where's
I
Moongrak?"
think they're going to try and close the bloody roof.
I don't think we can do spells out of it, can we?
No.
Yeah, you can. Remember, you can do bows, shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where's my book.
Well, you lent out anyway before and did stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, wicked. So I don't have any ranged attacks.
So, what
But
happens...
who's trying to close the roof?
There's two guys holding ropes.
And wait, so the kobolds are on the second floor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
They're on the palisade.
I'm pretty
The
sure
Gnolls are on lower.
a life ray is going to fucking smash through the trapdoor anyway. Because we spoke about this, didn't we?
Well, I don't know who could do life rays.
The crystal was so.
Oh, you're talking about the crystals, right?
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's all about giving health, not smashing trapdoors. It's quite specific in that aspect.
I mean, it's going to be interesting when the floating dome just crunks into
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't know what happens then. Because surely the dome is wider than the entrance, maybe, and that's going to be a pressure issue at some point.
I can just drop it, can't I?
Well, I had this. The well was quite wide, and I had it being big enough for the six of you to be together in like a tubular form. And I would imagine that you're
like a cucumber up a drain pipe.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, or like a lemon up a drain pipe. Actually, that's probably better.
Yeah, that makes much more sense now. Oh, now I get it.
Okay.
I had you as putting the hut around you in a
So it would fit,
form that would fit
at the moment. It would fit through
like
the...
a pill, like
Yeah.
a pill
Right?
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a tic
I
tac and a
think we
straw.
have to keep going. I'm going to use my bow to try and. The thing is, are they holding the
Yeah, if
open,
they're holding it and they die, they
or are
drop
they
it.
ready to just pull it and it will shut?
Can we see? Have they got it? Is it slack or is it taut? The ropes.
From when you were looking at it, it looked like it was a pull it, tie it up to shut it,
Right. So
or pull it, tie it up to open it. Rather,
Right. So just don't let them go near it.
So are they holding it at the moment?
there are some holding at the moment, and there are some that you can see have climbed up. Do you remember when you were?
Yeah, there was like rigging almost, wasn't there?
So there are people at further ends. There are ropes all around the top that appear to have been tied up and have been let down for whatever reason.
So can I see?
But
any
the two main ropes,
Right.
there appear to be two main ropes that you recognise from when you were in there before, appear to be held by kobolds.
So they're not tied up there.
They're not tied up at the moment, but they are pulling them as if they are in the process of closing the
So you
roof.
pull to close it.
It looks
Okay.
like they're pulling the
I think I have
pulleys,
to
and
concentrate
then they're
on
going to
the-
tie it up.
I think I have to concentrate on the hut, but I wonder if I can shoot an arrow and concentrate.
Being the person who knows more about the rules than me, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you could, because it's just a passive concentration thing. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Because it's not a spell that you're going to be doing with the arrows, is it?
A rook's got long range attacks, and so do I. A rook, you do one side, I do the other. And if anything goes to shit, we'll throw Tully and burn him out at them.
Sounds wonderful.
Job done.
So you, health point wise, for the amount of time that you have been in there so far, you can add 8 hit points each to whatever you had before.
Is our max health gone back up to normal?
Not yet.
Oh shit, they're staying in.
Well, you don't know. But you have got 8 extra hit points.
Wonderful.
Hang on, 9, 12.
That means he's going to make
12
us
plus
fight
8 is
some
20.
fuckers at the top of the pyramid. It's going to be a pyramid standoff.
So it's going to be a pyramid scheme.
If you wish to keep tab,
On my key points, I'd love to.
no, Tully now has 9 hit points because he was on 1.
Oh, Tully.
Tully, why didn't you say anything?
I thought you said most of blood was someone else's. Seems a lot of it must have been yours.
Oh yeah, he was.
And how many key points do I have?
How many was your max?
9,000.
It was 4, was it?
3.
It was 3.
Oh no, 4 because I had my golden pin.
Yeah, you had your and you had used all of them,
Yeah.
so you are back up to 2 now
No. Okay.
because you are halfway up the temple.
So back up to 3. Nice.
No,
You just done a
It was
spring.
worth a go.
up to 2.
Okie dokie.
Spell slot wise, guys, had you expanded
Yes.
all of yours?
Yes.
What do you mean expand? You mean
Expended.
you used up our spell slots?
Yeah. So you've got half as many back again.
Okay.
I don't know how many you'd expended or whatever.
I thought I've just given myself all of them back.
Well, now you can take half of those off.
Well,
The attitude. I just sort of wanted all of them, sir.
You can give yourself half back. Perhaps if you make it to the top, you might have all of them back. Who knows? Or perhaps if you stay in here for long enough, you might have all of them back.
Yes!
Who knows?
What's Sita got?
What do you mean?
Her diarrhea has been healed. It was never brought up, but she had explosive diarrhea and it's all down your
No,
back.
she didn't.
That's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, so
I like how much Robin likes the idea of explosive diarrhea.
I assume you're rolling to attack, are you?
Yeah, let's try and...
Right, let's
any
go.
mother fudger who's near a rope, I'm going to pull them off.
Do it. Roll it.
Hey,
Don't
lucky
bonfire
them.
them,
Oh, bonfires, eh?
because that might burn the ropes.
No, I'll do Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip! Oh, good, 19 plus 5.
Isn't that going to pull them off?
Yes,
the
it
edge
bloody
as well?
will! It does 2 damage and it pulls them 10 foot closer to me.
Okay.
Which I believe is in midair.
So this orb is moving up. It's sort of got a fluorescent blue glow to it, opaque rather. A thorny whip.
The staff would have just poke out the end.
Okay,
Slowly.
a staff pokes out and a thorn whip comes out and grabs and attaches itself to the kobold, trying to pull down and close the door, which is up above. He is pulled 10 foot from the palisade while still holding the rope and is now left swinging underneath on the rope.
How far away is he from us? Because if we could grab him out the air, then we get the rope.
So how would the rope be able to penetrate or?
No.
Go bang against it.
Go bang against it.
Okay, well then he's at the bottom of the bauble at the moment.
Grab him! Bloody grab him!
Yeah, Bernard will stick an arm out and try and grab him.
In fact, that means that he's now in the
Beam of light.
beam of light now as well.
As long as he's in the outside of the Leopold's hut, that's fine.
So he can't come in the hut
No.
if you don't wish him to.
No.
Right.
Do you wish him to?
No.
Oh,
If you just grab the rope, then we can cut it and he goes.
Yeah.
Oh no, but he's in the beam of light.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. But then
Oh, yeah.
I'll just kick him out I'll just punch him repeatedly.
Okay, so someone needs to grab the rope as a priority.
so he's like like when you see people lying on a really big balloon, or like big orby thing. He's like that, but underneath, being pushed up to the bottom of it.
This is very quickly turned
like
into a
he's
silly
squashed
scenario.
at the
Yeah.
He's squashed at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to put an arm out and grab the rope.
Hang on. Roll your attack for the other guy.
14.
Have you got a plus on that?
What are you attacking with as well?
Ray of Frost.
I don't have a plus on that. Yeah, Ray of Frost.
You do. You have a +4.
Yeah. That's what you got.
So yeah, that's a hit. Roll a d8.
Oh, yeah. 2.
Okay, 2 damage to the other kobold. He is still trying to
Plus
pull.
2.
Does Ray of Frost do anything else to them?
Cold damage, and they can't move.
He's slowed. Isn't he? Minus 10
Their
foot.
speed is reduced by 10 feet.
I feel like that would mean he would pull the rope slower.
Possibly, yes.
That was kind of...
Okay, so this ray of frost also. Does your stick poke out when you do it as well?
Yeah, it does.
It's like a sort of porcupine ball, this thing, isn't it?
I mean, because a lot of the kobolds haven't ever seen us, because we've sort of just bundled through. So all they see is an orb floating up, and then sticks flying out fighting people. They're like, and the gnolls, no idea what's going on. As long as we can keep
They
one
don't have
half of it
much,
open.
They don't have much magical knowledge. Knowledge.
Pillow?
So,
Race of pillows?
No pillow. Oh, at least it's a nice tapestried one.
Oh, that was a secret roll from
Yeah.
the DM. What was that
Somebody
roll?
forgot to roll the health of the kobolds.
does Fickle get to fire an arrow?
She does. If that is what you so wish.
So, Sita pulls a
I had you as sort of in the centre of this orb as well, because it's kind of like your...
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Front and centre. So, Sita pulls out an arrow and helps her notch it in her.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. In her shoulder.
Have you decided how big the bow is this episode?
Oh, it's a big bow, darling. Don't you worry.
It's
So
a long...
it's- I think the light beam has grown it.
So it's 14 to hit,
Yes, that's a hit.
and it's the other one on the other side with the rope,
Yep.
and the damage I haven't written down because that
I
would
remember
be
from
too
last time
easy.
it's 1d6 plus something. I can't remember. Plus 3, I think it was.
For 8 damage.
Ooh. The arrow wingsuit hits him straight through the neck and actually pierces into the wall, and he is stuck.
Husband.
He is stuck on the wall, and as he dies, stuck to the wall, his hand sort of lets go of the rope, and it quickly reels up, and you could just see his hand almost like he's waving at you. His hand just gets thrown up and then down to his side, and you can very faintly hear the smell of burnt flesh from the rope burn.
Wow.
That's very intense.
Do I have to roll a perception roll for that?
I've got this beam has improved my nostrils.
It has, in fact, improved. All of your senses appear to have been
Is hair
improved.
coming out of our nostrils?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
And our ears?
A little bit,
The older
yeah.
ones.
And our teeth?
Not me.
Oh.
Fuck
Oh
that.
me.
Elf are not a very hirsute race anyway.
Their ears grow longer though, don't they?
No.
Yeah, they do. They go
Shut
massive.
Up. Nothing grows longer.
Well, no, because it's a healing
Nothing.
thing. So
Your toenails are
actually,
poking in your boots.
Yeah.
that jaw action was terrifying. No, don't do it again.
oh no, I need to do. It was when I dislocated my jaw.
Don't do it. Can I grab this rope yet?
Sorry, right. So the rope is held by the kobold. He's underneath. He's like gripping on for dear life. He doesn't really realise that he's been pushed up the light. He doesn't understand what's happening.
I'm not surprised.
He's feeling healthy.
So he's kind of stuck to the bottom. And yes, it's you and Tully's go.
So I first minor action just to put my hand through and grab the rope. So I've at least, even though if my hand's out, I've got a grip on it.
Okay.
And then kick him in the face.
Through the bottom of
Two
the.
things. I was just going to kick him in the face.
Okay, do it.
I'm not a complicated man. I don't think I've done it. I think it's too confusing a situation. 7 + 5, 12.
12. You kick downwards and you feel your foot make contact with him, but he sort of seems to bob downwards into the stream of light and then bob back up again.
Tully, get him on the rebound. And Tully's going to kick him.
Ooh, 18.
Well done, Tully.
Yep.
1d4 + 3, Tully.
I think it's his +2, Tully.
1d4
Oh, he's
+
just,
2.
yeah, he's 1d4 +3. That's 6 damage.
Well done, Tully.
He kicks down, you hear this, oh, and you
It's
sort
a
of,
very masculine noise for a kobold.
oh, yep. There we go.
There we go.
Everything, how do you make, oh, in fact, ears covered.
For fuck's sake.
Who's...
No, not you.
Oh, right. Oh, this is talking. Right, go ahead.
Oh, my tummy. I shouldn't have had that rat. And a little bit of blood comes out of his nose.
Right.
It's okay.
Okay, we can come back in the room.
A little bit of blood comes out of his nose.
He said that pears are stupid!
Oh, peanut to boo! When I've had 6 seconds up, it's my turn again. You're going to get another kicking.
Fickle, in your ear, Sita has a little whisper, and she says,
Wait, everyone else, can you close your ears now?
yeah, fair enough.
Ha ha. Okay, go on.
I've been going through the papers from the chest, and I think there are a couple of spells in here.
Oh, what spells are they?
There's, well,
Stop it, Jules!
there's all sorts of moony ones.
Quickly.
Like Moonfire and Moonfireball.
What are you writing?
Jules, go away! Put your trousers back on.
And Moonshield. So Fairy Fire, Fireball and Fire Shield, but moon versions. So instead of fire, it is like it's instead of traditional yellow fire, this is going to come out. You reckon this will probably come out in sort of white hot, almost
Like lunar light.
lunar light.
So
Yeah.
it's fairy fire and then
Fireball and Fire Shield.
I say keep these safe and we'll learn them together.
You reckon that a wizard, a sorcerer, or a bard would be able to use these in the
Amazing.
way that they have been written on these scrolls.
Okay.
Back in the
You
room.
took your ears out before he said.
Yeah, his eyebrows told me.
They speak volumes, those eyebrows. Right, Danny?
Oh, yes. Looking at his eyebrows. So perfectly plucked, so beautifully waxed, threaded within an inch of their life.
Conditioned. Moisturised. Gelatinated.
He says more with his eyebrows than most people do with a book.
Aruk, should you wish to do anything?
I'll do Ray of Frost on that other guy again.
The guy
The one
underneath
that's
the
hanging off the
bauble.
bottom.
No, the other one.
No, he's
dead.
dead.
bloody
Mira Fickle
dead.
put an arrow through him.
Oh, right. I'm going to bonk him on the head then. The other one underneath.
With your what?
With my big staff.
Oh.
Okay,
19.
that is a hit. Yeah, and you don't need to roll damage. Just describe to me how you would like to dispatch the.
So the stick comes out and then just
He's
slashes
underneath
down
you.
on his head.
So just punk. Yep. Okay. This poor kobold was pushed down, kicked down. He sort of rose back up with the light, the beam of light that he is on, and then the second time he sort of raises up, the stick, the end of your quarterstaff just comes out and just pokes straight into his mouth and pops out the other side of his throat,
So the last thing he sees is that face.
going into his mouth and popping out of the
Does
other end.
Fickle see that?
Don't vomit in the beam.
Oh yeah.
Don't vomit in the
Yeah,
beam.
Fickle, you see that?
You're
Yeah.
too
Come back
healthy.
up at us.
Fickle throws it up.
You're too healthy to fight.
This is healing properties
Yeah.
all in here, though.
As
Yeah.
soon as you begin to vom, you're like, no, I feel fine.
I retch a few times.
Which means you've got unlimited vom. I think that's how it works. Yeah, so there's vom like floating around in this like almost space sort of encapsulated bit that you're in.
How's the battle going with the Gnolls and the...
You haven't quite gone outside yet. The body of the kobold is being pushed up with you as you're raising up.
The battle was
general
inside.
pyramid.
The one
Oh, sorry, inside, the one
So
inside.
they're kobolds on the ground floor fighting with the Gnolls?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. There are all sorts of things being thrown from the palisades. As you've been going up, there are a lot of people around here throwing items. If you were to look carefully, which obviously I assume, seeing as you're asking, you are wishing to do,
Yes.
they are throwing all sorts of stuff. Cages with animals in them that break on the floor, and these animals are running out and trying to attack the Gnolls. The Gnolls have got a couple of people with very large shields, and there are bowmen standing behind them firing from the outsides of the edges of the shields. Insofar as how it's going, do you mean like who seems to be winning?
Yeah, is there any movement? Do we looking
The
to look like
the
it's
kobolds
Gnolls
on
or-
the ground level
Yeah.
appear to be almost defeated.
Right.
The ones on the upper level appear to be doing okay. They seem to have a bit more protection.
And are they just all normal kobolds on the upper palisade? Is there anyone that stands out?
The ones on the upper palisade, there doesn't appear to be anyone that looks like Moongrak, but there does appear to be some of the ones that you saw wearing red armour. So the ones on the ground level appear to be more of the normal ones that you were killing that had, 13 AC and were lower. The ones in the upper level appear to be more armoured up, more built for actual combat defenders.
And how many orcs were left over? I can't remember. We don't see any orcs anywhere.
You can't see any orcs down here, but looking at the amount of bodies, there are still about 20 maybe kobolds fighting on the ground. There are about 15 gnolls there fighting, and there are a lot of bodies from both sides in the centre.
Hopefully they're just going to kill each other. And we can float on out of here.
I would love that.
Okay.
All right, let's keep floating.
Yep, so you keep floating towards the opening around the top. The light's going out, you can see the sky above you. The fighting's still going on down below you. And as you are reaching, you are about, let's say, 5 foot, maybe 10 foot away from the whole opening. You see some kobold faces poke out and stare down towards you.
Oh.
How many?
How many? 2. A couple.
And can we see crystals around their necks?
On these 2, you can't. No, these two you don't recognise. They don't look like Moongrak.
Am I in Thorn Whip range?
Yes, you are. But if you're doing that, we'll roll initiative.
Oh.
2 for one. 13. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 13 for the other.
Okay.
What did you
I
roll?
got 2. I'll plus my initiative, which is 3. So I got 5.
In fact, I'm gonna re-roll that and just do 1 initiative for both of them. 6.
Bastards.
I got 5. If you need mine.
Bastards.
7 for Burnham. Do you want me to do?
So sorry, what did you get, Fickle?
5. Robin, did you do Arik's initiative?
I'm about to. 7.
Plus, do you get a plus on yours? Top, middle.
+2.
+2.
To 9.
Do you want me to do Tully's?
Mm-hmm.
13 plus, I think you said he got 2, so that's 15.
Yep. Methuselah?
I got 5.
Oh, do you get the same as
Okay.
Fickle? Yeah.
Yes.
You can go first.
Thank you.
Okay. So Tully's go.
Burnham, I don't really know what to do here.
I think we're going to have to wait till those people who can...
I can't really reach them.
No, I think we just have to wait to see what happens.
This perhaps is one of the one of the only downsides. In fact, no, it's not a downside.
It's an advantage.
Yes, it's...
If anything, it's an advantage. We get to see them do all the work for once.
Yes.
Have we not done enough of the work, Tully?
Oh, quite so.
Exactly. We can stay in the healing beam all nice and safe.
Yes, and then when we get closer, we can finish them off.
Yes.
Land the finishing blows.
The coup de grace.
So creepy.
And we will continue with this fight next week. Sorry, guys.
The Formal Gamer podcast for those with exquisite taste.
And a Hakuna Matata.